Hi everybody, welcome to Squishy Reads. I'm Sydney, and in case you couldn't tell by my House Pride shirt, I'm a Hufflepuff, and I am going to tell you guys about my O.W.L.s TBR. So this is going to be posted a little bit late. The O.W.L.s actually started on April 1st and will run until April 30th. They mimic the O.W.L.s test in the Harry Potter universe. And so we take the O.W.L.s in April, and then I believe we take the newts, which are based on the O.W.L.s, in July. And as with the books, the newts are much more difficult than the O.W.L.s. So there's more books in the newts than there are in the O.W.L.s. And the way that this readathon works, it is hosted by the Magical Readathon, Book Roast. It's hosted by Book Roast. Their tags for everything are the Magical Readathon, which encompasses both the O.W.L.s and the newts. And the way this works is you pick a magical career, and there's this entire book. I don't have a printer, and unfortunately, due to all the mess that's going on, I can't really go anywhere to have this printed. But I'll leave the links down to all of the material for the readathon down in the description below. But you go to this really awesome booklet that Book Roast has made, and you pick your career, and there's a description, and then your career has what classes you need to take, and the classes are actually the prompts. And this year she also has alternate jobs you can have, and so I've picked both a career and a job. I promise I'm not dying, I'm just allergic to life. Joy. There's going to be a lot of looking back and forth because this is a complicated one, but I actually picked the Magiczoologist. So let me go and read that to you. A Magiczoologist is a... Okay. Say bye-bye to the camera. We're going to get off the table now. Okay. A Magiczoologist is a person who dedicates their life to studying, investigating, and protecting magical creatures. It's a popular career with many possible subpaths. The majority of wizards decide to focus on a specific favorite species after a couple of decades of studying a broader spectrum of fantastic beasts. However, general Magiczoologists are also highly sought after by many institutions. This is an occupation for those with an inborn affinity to animals, those who are not afraid of the occasional injury. English is hard. Those who are not afraid of the occasional injury, and those who enjoy traveling. As a Magiczoologist, you will find yourself traveling all over the world in search of creatures and participating in magic zoology. Participating in magic zoology expedition with fellow researchers. Promise I can words. As such, this might not be a particularly suitable career for those who wish to settle down or have recently started a family. Neither of those I want. And as you can tell from the fact I'm a cat whisperer, I'm good with animals. Not really. You do not need to present Hogwarts certification at most job interviews for jobs relating to magical creature care or supervision, as most tests are very much hands-on. It is, however, advantageous if you have the below listed grades to show. And then underneath it, it has a thing of a magical menagerie. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it's for people who like to travel and like animals. Yay. I like traveling. I like adventure. It's not very deadly. The key traits, I promise I can speak. The key traits are care, gentleness, and perception. For the O.W.L.s, I need to take care of magical creatures, charms, herbology, and potions. And then for the newts, you need an O in care of magical creatures, an E in charms, and an E in herbology. But we're going to focus on the O.W.L.s. So I need care of magical creatures, charms, herbology, and potions. So, before we go down to the other thing that I'm a part of, let's figure out what I need to read for this. So, for charms, it is Lumos Maxima, read a book with a white cover. And for that one, wait. Oh no, hold on. I have to go back to my cheat sheet. Okay, yeah, I have a couple books with white covers, so I need to double check. So read a book with a white cover, and I picked The Whisper Man by Alex North, which I believe is a kidnapping mystery about a whisper man. It was a Book and Love Club book. I don't want to read much more about it because mysteries and thrillers tend to spoil a lot in the descriptions. So that is my book for charms, book with a white cover. And then next, oh, Care of Magical Creatures was first. I'm dumb. So the Care of Magical Creatures. It is read Hippogriffs. Creature with a beak on the cover of the book. For that, I have a book outlet haul book, which is Beast of the Night by Tochi Onabuchi. I hope I pronounced that right. And if you can tell, there's actually a beak right there. And I'm sure there's one other. Oh yeah, there's a beak on the phoenix. But this one is blurred by Stephanie Garber, and it said, in the walled city of Kos, purity is exalted, but cleansing wrongdoings comes at a cost. Corrupt mages can magically extract sin from a sinner in the form of sin beasts. Lethal creatures spawn from feelings of guilt. Young sin eaters, known as Aki, are indentured by the mages to slay beasts. I don't know if it's Aki or Akai. 17-year-old Taj is the most talented of the Aki, but his livelihood comes with dangerous consequences. When he kills a sin beast, a tattoo of the beast stains his skin, while the guilt of committing the sin appears in his mind. Most Aki are driven mad by the process, but Taj is cocky and desperate to provide for his family. When Taj is called to eat the sin of a royal, he faces off against the most fearsome beast he's ever encountered, and the battle doesn't end in the beast's demise. The sin opens Taj's eyes to a dark conspiracy. There's someone in the palace plotting to destroy Kos. Now Taj must fight to save his homeland and his own life. Debut author Tochi Onabuchi delivers an unforgettable fantasy adventure that powerfully explores the true meaning of justice and guilt. And it's a penguin book, apparently. But yeah, this is for the Care of Magical Creatures. There are a lot of creatures on the cover. Also, this cover is very pretty and shiny, and I'm curious. Oh, ooh, that's pretty. I was hoping there'd be some kind of embossing, but there's not. But yeah, that is my Care of Magical Creatures book. And then the next class I need to take is in Herbology. And for Herbology, Mimbulus Mimbletonia. This is very small print. Mimbulus Mimbletonia. Title starts with an M. And for that, I have picked A Map of Wrecked Girls by Jessica Taylor. I believe this is some kind of a thriller. Emma has always orbited Henry or Henri? I'm going Henry. Henry, her fierce magnetic queen bee of an older sister. And the two have always been best friends until something happened that wrecks them. Then the unthinkable occurs. A watery nightmare off the dazzling coast. The girls wash up on the shore stranded. Their only companion is Alex, a troubled boy agonizing over his own secrets. Trapped in this gorgeous hell, Emma and Alex must fall together as Emma and Henry fall catastrophically apart. To find their way home, the sisters must find their way back to each other. There's no map for this. Can they survive the unearthing of the past and upheaval of the present? It says, for the first time I was afraid we would die alone on the shore. So A Map of Wrecked Girls by Jessica Taylor is my Herbology pick. And I don't know what kind of book this is. Does it say? No, it does not. It is a YA book. I'm guessing this is some just kind of contemporary. I don't think it's a thriller. I think it's just like a hard-hitting contemporary, maybe. Not even hard-hitting. It's probably just some kind of a fantastical, outrageous contemporary. I don't know what the word is for that. It's YA. It's YA. And then the last book that I am going to need, Hopefully this is interesting to you. The last book that I'm going to need is in Potions, and I took a lot of liberties with this one. Potions is Shrinking Solution, book under 150 pages. The Adventure Time Encyclopedia. So, before you guys come at me, Goodreads says this is 160, but if you actually go through and you're not counting the author pages, it is 149 pages. So I'm counting this as 149. It is the Adventure Time Encyclopedia. It is written by Martin Olson. Technically it's written by Hunson Abadir, but it's written by Martin Olson. I've had this forever. It is, I feel like I might need to rewatch Adventure Time in order to read this, but it has like things about each of the characters. It has like little breakdowns of the characters. It also has B-Bone's instruction manual. The back of it says, everything you ever, and the end's marked out, so ever wanted to know about Adventure Time. Written by the Lord of Evil himself, Hunson Abadir, aka Marceline the Vampire Queen's dad, to instruct and confound the demon citizens of the Nightosphere. The Adventure Time Encyclopedia is perhaps the most dangerous book in history. Although seemingly a guidebook to the land of Oo and its post-apocalyptic inhabitants, it is in fact an amusing nightmare of literary pitfalls, bombastic brain boggles, and ancient text designed to drive the reader mad. Complete with secret lore and wizard spells, fun places you should visit, and places where you will probably die, advice on whom to marry and whom not to marry, and how to make friends and destroy your enemies. This volume includes handwritten marginalia by Finn, Jake, and Marceline. Arguably the greatest encyclopedia ever written since the beginning of the cosmos, it is also an indispensable companion to humans and demons who know what time it is. Adventure time. And also in small print it says, please refer to the complimentary smaller cover reproduction. Flipping back and forth may give others the impression that this book appeals to morons who forget what the other side looks like the moment it is out of sight. What? Oh. So, it's referring to, please refer to the cover, because there are morons who forget what the cover looks like as soon as they turn it around. Wow, that was great. But yeah, this is my very lenient interpretation of 150. It's 149, I'm sticking with it. Goodreads is wrong. But yeah, this is my potions book. And this counts for all of my books for the Magic Zoology. We have, where is this? Care of Magical Creatures, Charms, Herbology, and Potions. Okay, so the new thing about this one is she has included, it's having to load. I can't memorize all this stuff, so I'm reading it off my computer. Like I said, I'll include everything in a link down the description. But included additional training and getting jobs and stuff. So I also chose to do the Animagus Training, which is described below. Wow. The Animagus Training is an exciting opportunity that has arisen for those determined to become a registered animagus. The Ministry of Magic Registry Service, under the Improper Use of Magic Office within the Department of Magical Law Enforcement, has opened up 2 new spots for new animagi. If you believe you would benefit from an ability to turn into an animal at will and believe yourself to be determined and talented to go through the training process, we await your owl. The training course will take place in the Ministry of Magic premises and will be taught by Philippus Snortsnout. Yes. One of the most experienced and determined animagus trainers in the world. The training process is lengthy and extremely difficult. The dropout rate is tremendously high, so we are accepting all applications at this point. Please note that this is a commitment of 2 to 5 years depending on your available hours and talent. Please attach your cover letter, filled-in application, and proof of your grades with your OWL. Grades required are, for the L's, you need Arithmancy, Potions, and Transfiguration. For the Newts, you need an A in Arithmancy, an E in Potions, and an O in Transfiguration. We're going to focus on the Owls today. So like I stated, is the Arithmancy, Potions, and Transfiguration. Ooh. In Arithmancy, magical qualities of the number 2. Balance opposites. Read something outside of your favorite genre. And this is going to be very large and take a long time to read it, but I kind of look forward to it. And I am not a huge fan of historical fiction. I got this from Book of the Month. It is Pachinko by Minjin Lee. Pachinko is a historical fiction. Let me read the description to you really quick. There's a blurb. There we go. Profoundly moving and gracefully told, Pachinko follows one Korean family through the generations. Beginning in early 1900s Korea was Sunja, the prized daughter of a poor yet proud family whose unplanned pregnancy threatens to shame them. Betrayed by her wealthy lover, Sunja finds unexpected salvation when a young tubercular minister offers to marry her and bring her to Japan to start a new life. So begins the sweeping saga of exceptional people in exile from a homeland they never knew and caught in the indifferent arc of history. In Japan, Sunja's family members endure harsh discrimination, catastrophes, and poverty, yet they also encounter great joy as they pursue their passions and rise to meet the challenges this new home presents. Through desperate struggles and hard-won triumphs, they are bound together by deep roots as their family faces enduring questions of faith, family, and identity. So, historical fiction about a Korean having disgrace and having to go to Japan, which I'm looking forward to this. I'm wondering how the pachinko machine fits and everything. I know that this is supposedly a very loved historical fiction. It is huge though, with very small text. It is just shy of 500 pages. Large book, small text, small line spacing. But that is my Arithmancy book. And what was the other one? Arithmancy and Potions. So we have another Potions, which is the Shrinking Solution, book under 150 pages. Sorry, guys. Life's just killing me. But for the Animagus one, I picked a book that I actually don't have, so I'm getting it from Hoopla. If you guys don't know what Hoopla is, it's awesome. If your library has it, it's basically, they have some normal books, some audiobooks, but what's awesome is they have a lot of graphic novels and collected comic series with no wait. So, normally on Libby, if you were to get a really popular, saga graphic novel, you might be looking at a 5-month long wait. No, not with Hoopla. Hoopla, you're like, oh, I want this book. I got this book. And there's no wait. The only catch is, unlike Libby, where you have unlimited rentals in a month, you can only check out so many at a time, and you have unlimited in the month. Hoopla, you only have X amount per month, depending on your library. Some libraries are 3, some libraries are 5. My library is normally 10, but during the whole nonsense that's going on in the world right now, and the fact the library is currently shut down, they've actually increased those to 20 a month. And the rentals are all 21 days. You can just download them to your iPad, your laptop, your phone, and you can read all of these graphic novels. And they're 21-day rentals, and your allowable rentals restarts at the first of the month. So you can still have 6 rentals in your account that haven't expired yet. But at the first, you can get however many more you're allowed to have. It's awesome. And I'm going to be downloading that. And it is, I'm going to be downloading Ice Cream Man. I'm going to try to remember to put an image of, who knows if I will. It'll be a surprise. Ice Cream Man Volume 1 by, Ice Cream Man Volume 1 Rainbow Sprinkles by W. Maxwell Prince and Martine Mazzaro, who is an illustrator. And you would think And whenever you see the image, wow. And whenever you see the image, you'll go, well, that looks like a cute little graphic novel. No, it's not cute. I have the Goodreads pulled up, and let me read the description really quick. Chocolate vanilla, existential horror, addiction, musical fantasy, there's a flavor for everyone's misery. Ice Cream Man is a genre-defying comic book series featuring desperate one-shot tales of sorrow, wonder, and redemption. Each installment features its own cast of strange characters dealing with their own special Sunday of suffering. And on the periphery of them all, like a twinkling music of his colorful truck, is the Ice Cream Man, a weaver of stories, a purveyor of sweet treats. Friend, foe, god, demon. The man, with a snap of his fingers, lickety-split, can change the course of your life forever. So it's collected issues 1 through 4, and I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some of the art style, and it's a very creepy looking art style. I'm looking forward to it. And the last one for the Animagus Training is Transfiguration. And Transfiguration is Animagus Lecture, book series that includes shapeshifting. Now, I honestly think I have books here, like I own books, physical books, that have to do with shapeshifting, but I don't know for certain, and I don't want to get started on a book and then finish and go, well, there was no shapeshifting in there. So I just went on something really easy, and I'm going to try to remember this one as well. I'm getting this one from my library. Eventually I'll get off the hold list. It's only supposed to be out for like 2 weeks though, so I should be fine. But it is As Old as Time, is a Disney Twisted Tales. So it's part of the Disney Twisted Tales series, where this woman named Liz Braswell rewrites the Disney stories with a messed up twist. She's like, well, what if this happened? What if Anna and Elsa didn't know each other? That's actually Conceal Don't Feel, which just found out is free on Kindle. I need to double check because I need to get that book. That was my cat jumping on the table. Great. The book is As Old as Time, and the tagline is, what if Belle's mother cursed the beast? Belle is a lot of things. Smart, resourceful, restless. She longs to escape her poor provincial town for good. She longs to escape her poor provincial town for good. She wants to explore the world, despite her father's reluctance to leave their little cottage in case Belle's mother returns. A mother she barely remembers. Belle also happens to be a captive of a terrifying, angry beast, and that is her primary concern. But Belle touches the beast's enchanted rose. Intriguing images flood her mind. Images of her mother she believes she would never see again. Stranger still, she sees that her mother is none other than the beautiful enchantress who cursed the beast, his castle and all its inhabitants. Shocked and confused, Belle and the beast must work together to unravel a dark mystery about their families that is 21 years in the making. Everybody say hi to Twyla. I'm just going to hold her here until she wants to leave, and then she doesn't come back. It'll be great. But yeah, that is my Transfiguration book on shapeshifting. And altogether, that makes... I can't math. You're in the way. That makes 8 books for the O.W.L.s Readathon, which is over the entirety of April, which is totally doable, especially considering I have no life outside my apartment and my cats right now, and Animal Crossing, and school. That isn't even necessary. I'm just doing it to give me something to do. Cat hair, please get off the table. Go. Shoot. Twyla down. Now she wants to cuddle the books. Great. Okay. She's gonna pop back up here in a minute. She doesn't know the definition of no. Clingy cat. Anyway, yeah. That is 8 books. 5 for Magiczoology. And 3 for Animagus Training. The cat's back. Yeah. And here are my 5 physical novels. It should be fairly easy. But as I stated before, The newts are supposed to build off of what the owls do, so I might regret these choices later. We'll see. It'll be fun. Anyway, let me know down below what your Harry Potter house is. It better be Hufflepuff, because we're the best. Yay. Let me know what your Harry Potter house is. Let me know what you're reading for the O.W.L.s Readathon. What career you're taking. If you're doing any of the like side jobs and training. If you're doing multiple careers because you're crazy. I don't know. Just let me know stuff down in the comments below. Start a little conversation. Have fun being magical. Let me know if you're like me and planning on watching all the Harry Potter movies. And maybe reading some of the Harry Potter books this month, but no, you won't get around to it. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Hopefully I'll be vlogging during this. I'm gonna get a little bit late start because it's the 4th, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.